Hi everybody. Um, I haven't made a video in a while, so I figured it's probably time. It's almost 3:30 in the morning. I couldn't sleep. Um, I just want to say that I've been writing a lot on my Amnesia page and on Facebook about, excuse me, about how sometimes I talk a lot, not sometimes, I talked a lot about my issues and, my current events. I have stuff on my face. And, mostly in general about what I'm going through and how I'm surviving it. And I think it's important because we're all going through something. Some of us are going through really big things. Some of us are going through smaller things that, seem like a big deal while they're happening. I mean, every little thing that each of us goes through is important, but some of us, like myself, and a lot of other people, almost everyone, are going through things that have changed their lives, and for some of us, it takes longer to adapt. And for me, for my journey, for my personal life, the things that I've gone through and I'm still going through, they change. Mutate's not the right word. They change in ways that forced me to have to adapt constantly. Every day's different. I posted something on Facebook about how my chronic illnesses can change from day to day, from hour to hour, and sometimes I have to change my plans and I have to say no and I have to stay home and I have to use self-care. Sometimes more often, all the times more often than I would like to. And that's just a fact for my personal life. And that's true for millions of people just in North America alone. Mine just happens to be from brain injuries. I've had many more than one. And physical issues. And, the reason for my last brain injury has caused PTSD, along with a lot of other abusive things that have happened to me and things that I've seen, people I've watched die senselessly, just a whole bunch of stuff. And so I have to deal with my physical stuff as well as my emotional well-being, and I'm in therapy now, so I have a specialist in trauma and, massive, life changes that most people should get help for, and a lot of people don't. They try to tough it out on their own, and I figured out that wasn't right for me. I needed some extra help. My parents are beautiful people. They have wonderful souls. They are so kind and so generous, but they're not professionals. And I can go to them with anything, and I mean anything. But they can't. They always have good advice, and they've always led me in the right direction, but they're not professionals. They can't give me that extra something that I need in my life right now. I've been struggling with night terrors, which is one of the reasons why I'm still awake. Um, Flashbacks from pre-amnesia and post-amnesia. Uh, sometimes it's just good to get the extra help that you need. If you can get it. I mean, I was forced to wait almost 2.5 years just to get a therapist around here. And she's an intern. I'm not saying that that's less than a therapist, but that's what I could get, and that's what I took, and she's been phenomenal. She's been very understanding, and she listens to my um, objections and my issues and things that I'm gung-ho about, and she knows that it's going to take time, and she reminds me to stop, beating myself up, and to take time to really reflect and be conscientious, I can't pronounce certain things, of, my current reality, instead of worrying about this or that, or, focusing too much on the past or worrying too much about the future. She's trying to get me to be more aware of my right nows, my my current timeline, and it's been helping. There's a lot of things I need to work on myself, and it's going to take a lot of time, and I'm okay with that. But I wasn't okay with not doing anything about it, extra. I was doing all I could by myself and with my parents and with the help of my friends, but it wasn't working for me. I mean, it worked to a certain point, and then I realized I wasn't happy. I wasn't, excuse me, I wasn't working hard enough, and I wasn't getting where I know that I need to be. I mean, I was on the right track, but I didn't have the right tools. And that's the whole point of getting extra help. I mean, that's why you see a specialist instead of just a regular doctor. If you have, let's say, a broken arm, you see a regular doctor first, but then they send you to a bone doctor, like someone who can set your bone back in place or determine what needs to happen. And that's kind of where I was at. My neurologist can only do so much. My psychiatrist can only do so much. And, I mean, I don't want to be medicated my whole life. Yes, my brain injury caused a certain amount of chemical changes to happen and chemical reactions to happen in my brain, but, that's why I'm on medication. The other medication I take is because of nerve damage and arthritis. So, I mean, I either take those things or I get worse. So, I mean, the benefit outweighs the risks of the medication, side effects, and whatnot. So, I mean, and that's kind of how it is with everyday life. You have to risk either getting worse or your situation not changing, or you can reap the benefits of doing more than you currently are to get to a better place in your life. And I guess that's the whole point of it. That's why I share my story. That's why I share the good, the bad, the ugly, the sad, the happy. It's not for attention. It's so that other people might, either, commiserate with me, or we can rejoice together, um, or so they can feel empowered to, do what they need to do for themselves and not stay stuck and not keep themselves in a funk, because you really do have power over that. And I think it's important to do something about it. And if I can empower someone, anyone, even just one person, to go beyond their comfort zone and to try to get to a better place in their life, then, I'll be happy for having lived, Like, I'll feel like I had a purpose in my life. And everybody needs that. Everybody needs purpose. So, I'm going to end on that note. I've taken 11 minutes of your time. Thank you for watching. I'll have something more concise to say soon. So, until then, keep hope alive. And thanks for watching and listening. And I'll see you later. Bye for now.